guys, so it's that time of year again to be talking about Halloween time at the Disneyland Resort. Now this year it's going to be running from the 15th of September all the way through to Halloween. And at Disneyland it's kind of a lot of the same favorites are returning, a lot of things are going to be like what we've seen before. But this is going to be California Adventure's year to really take part in the Halloween festivities. So I'll go over everything that you're going to be expecting to see there, as well as all the details you need to know about Mickey's Halloween party. Now at Disneyland you're going to see a lot of the same things as usual, the Pumpkin Festival on Main Street, the return of Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy, and the Haunted Mansion Holiday. But in California Adventure, they've never really done a lot of stuff with Halloween. This year's going to be different. Starting off with the fact that all of Buena Vista Street is going to be done up in The Nightmare Before Christmas, including a huge silhouette of Oogie Boogie at the entrance to the park. And apparently there's going to be like bats swarming all over the place, all over the Carthy Circle Theater. It's going to be really, really cool, so excited to see that. The biggest thing that they're really excited to be pushing though is Haul-O-Ween in Cars Land. You know, if you've seen Cars Land at Christmas time, you know that a lot of people love the kooky decorations that they have for Christmas. Well, they're going to be doing a lot of the same things this year for Halloween. With this, they're also going to be doing holiday overlays on the two smaller attractions in Cars Land. Mater's Junkyard Jamboree is going to become Mater's Graveyard Jamboree, and Luigi's Rollickin' Roadsters is going to become Luigi's Honkin' Haul-O-Ween. One change that's kind of small, but it's interesting, is that normally you can find stuff for Dia de los Muertos in Frontierland at Disneyland. This year, I don't know if they're just moving it entirely or if they're just adding a whole bunch of stuff for Dia de los Muertos in California Adventure. Over there, they say they're going to have a lot more specialty entertainment, dancing, music, activities, specialty food and drink, all sorts of stuff, and they're pulling in the fact that this Thanksgiving, the new Pixar film Coco, which is inspired a little bit by Dia de los Muertos, is coming out soon, so everything's going to be themed to Coco, including a preview in the Bugs Life Theater. In terms of Mickey's Halloween party, the actual festivities are going to be very, very, very similar to what we had last year. So you can check out last year's video if you want some extra details on it, and you can even check out our video to see what exactly happened at the party so you can see if this is something that you really want to experience for yourself. Because one downside is prices have gone up slightly and there are actually fewer parties going on than there have been in years past. Party dates are between the 20th of September and Halloween itself, and they only have parties on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays in September, and Tuesdays and Fridays in October. Besides just being able to enjoy the parks with fewer people around and a lot of trick-or-treating, you also get to enjoy Halloween Screams, their fantastic fireworks show hosted by Jack Skellington. Also, the Frightfully Fun Parade, which debuted last year to rave reviews, is back this year, so that's really super exciting. You also have the all-time favorites at the Cadaver Dans, the Ghoulish Barbershop Quartet singing on the banks of the rivers of America, and Villains Square on Town Square in Main Street, USA, where you can meet all your favorite villains. In case you didn't already know, tickets have already started to go on sale to the general public for Mickey's Halloween party, so if you haven't already made your plans to attend, you're going to want to get on that quick because some dates have already started to sell out. And I know, the prices seem kind of big, but there are a couple of extra perks this year that they've never done before. In years past, if you wanted to enter the parks with just your Halloween party tickets, you could only enter Disneyland Park up to 3 hours in advance of the party itself. This year they're doing it where now you can get into both parks 3 hours in advance, so that makes a huge difference. Now you're not stuck in one park, and it'll probably also help with the amount of congestion that there always is right before the party starts between party guests arriving and regular daytime guests trying to exit. So that should be a huge help. Also, guests at Mickey's Halloween party now get to use unlimited photo pass. That means use of professional photographers throughout the park, and also you get to download those attraction photos for free. If you want to make the most out of your time at Mickey's Halloween party and get the most attractions in, I actually would not recommend riding Haunted Mansion Holiday or Space Mountain Ghost Galaxy during the party. There are no fast passes during Mickey's Halloween party, and those lines get crazy long because everyone wants to ride them. They're the only Halloween overlaid rides in all of Disneyland. Instead, if you are going to Disneyland any other day and the Halloween party is just one part of everything else that you're doing, go on those rides at any other time. Then you can use a fast pass and you don't have to wait very long. Then when you're at the party, you can actually walk on to almost every other attraction because they will have hardly any lines. It'll be fantastic. If you want to make sure that you get a good seat for the Frightfully Fun Parade, you don't have to wait as long as you would for a traditional parade at Disneyland, but it is still going to be a bit of a wait if you want in the ideal locations. However, one thing that you could do is that you could book a dining package at the Blue Bayou for Mickey's Halloween Party, which comes with a voucher to a VIP viewing area for the Frightfully Fun Parade. As per usual, costumes are permitted at Mickey's Halloween Party, something that adults don't usually get to do in the parks. I'm going to put a link in the description so you can read all the details about the costume guidelines. The good news is they have not changed from last year's. There's no big upsets. Pretty much the major things are just make sure that you don't have anything that looks like a weapon, make sure that nothing in your costume touches the ground, that you don't have a lot of face makeup, and that if you have multiple layers to your costumes, be aware that you might be stopped at security for additional screening. That's not always a good thing. Also, if you happen to look like one of their Disney characters, don't be stopping and taking pictures with guests. That's not permitted. I have some friends who have gotten in trouble for this before, so don't do it. Alright guys, those are the biggest things for me to tell you right now so you can get ready for Halloween time at Disneyland. I'm going to put a few more links in the description to some articles on our website, DisneylandForever.com, that go over all these in detail so you can have them and look back at them whenever you need to while you're making your plans. Halloween time is probably my absolute favorite time to go to Disneyland because it's so fun and you just get to have a lot more fun than you normally do when you're going to Disneyland, and that's always a good thing. So hopefully you guys are going to be taking advantage of this and checking out Disneyland at Halloween time, even if you're not going to Mickey's Halloween Party. Oh, that is another link I'm going to be putting in the description so you can get straight to buying those tickets if you know when you want to go. Alright, keep an eye out on our Facebook and Instagram pages and everything else social media so you can get all the latest updates when they post more stuff about Halloween time, including all that specialty food and desserts that they're going to be serving up, which are always great. And keep an eye right here as well and for more tips and tricks. Alright, see you guys next week.